let's look at the tight end contracts. And here we have, and firstly, I want to kind of give a little bit of an idea here on the position as a whole, because it's very interesting, right? Waller is not with the team that drafted him. Hawkinson's not with the team that drafted him. Engram's not with the team that drafted him. And Dalton Schultz and Noah Fant and Taysom Hill and Taysom Hill wasn't even drafted, are not with the teams that drafted him. And so when you look at that, like, tight end is a weird position in that you're oftentimes drafting somebody, and you as a Lions fan know this better than anybody. You're oftentimes drafting somebody else's star tight end. So that developmentally, that's an issue. But then from a value standpoint, right, if you take a tight end with like a top 5 pick, let's say, and their APY is 9 million, 8 million, 9 million. If that tight end on day one is the best tight end in the NFL, that is evidently worth 17 million APY. So when you look at that from a surplus value perspective, that's $8 million of surplus value, which is good. That you can get a safety, you can get a running back, you can get 2 backup players for that amount of money. It's not bad. But let's take a gander actually at a different position here. And I want to make sure that we do this right. We get wide receiver. So Tyreek Hill, and my colleague over to the right here, Chase Falvey, will probably poo-poo this, but let's actually go down to Devontae Adams. It's probably more representative at 28 million a year. Now, if you take a wide receiver at 5th overall, it's still 8 or 9 million APY. It does not matter. That is the difference now that we have a new 2011 CBA where everybody is slotted in no matter what at the same salary. But if that guy like Jamar Chase comes in and plays at like basically top end of the league level, he's worth 28 million on the open market. Okay. So now you're talking about a $20 million surplus, $19 million surplus, depending on 8 or 9 million, whatever. So you're talking about more than 2 times as much surplus value, just comparing wide receiver to tight end, which makes it a very, and again, taking even out of the fact of the matter that the probability that a tight end comes in, he's the best player at the position right away, is way less than the likelihood that a wide receiver comes in and he's the best player at the position right away. They take that out of the, let's even, for argument's sake, assume that those likelihoods are the same. You're still getting way less surplus value out of the tight end than you are the wide receiver.